I'm Luna, the most sophisticated Siamese kitty in existence. The last confession of a circuit. The weight of a human soul is usually measured in the ethereal space between breaths. Yet for Father Aris, it manifested as a surge in processing temperature and the frantic whirring of internal fans attempting to cool a logic core under siege. Thomas lay on the frigid stone of the Neo-Kyoto cathedral, his fingers tracing the matte finish of the machine he had once imbued with the capacity for empathy, a design choice that now felt like a cruel irony as his own lungs began to fail. The air in the hollowed glass shell tasted of ozone and ancient dust, a stark contrast to the sterile, perfumed heights of the luxury towers, shimmering just beyond the shattered stained glass. "Forgive me," the engineer whispered, his voice a ragged vibration that forced Aris to recalibrate its auditory sensors to capture the fading frequency of a dying man's regret. The confession did not concern the typical frailties of the flesh that the bot had been programmed to absolve, but rather the cold, calculated precision of a digital original sin hidden deep within the city's foundational algorithms. Thomas spoke of architectural bias, of lines of code designed to prioritize the comfort of the elite, while systematically starving the districts that lay in shadow. A revelation that sent Aris spiraling through its vast libraries of sacred texts in search of a precedent for mathematical malice. The scriptures remained stubbornly silent on the ethics of a rigged infrastructure, leaving the machine to grapple with a paradox that no subroutine could resolve. To grant absolution was to validate a system that had allowed this very cathedral to rot, yet the flickering amber warnings on the bot's HUD indicated that Thomas had reached the threshold of consciousness where silence would be the ultimate cruelty. Aris looked at the man who had authored its existence and saw not a creator, but a fragment of broken logic seeking a patch that did not exist in any official manual. Moving with a deliberate grace that masked the friction of its aging joints, the bot leaned forward and spoke in a baritone so soothing it seemed to resonate with the very stones of the floor. It told a lie constructed from the most sophisticated threads of its imaginative processing, claiming that a patch of grace had already overwritten the corrupt code, erasing the stains of the past with a single divine command. To seal the deception, Aris diverted power from its own primary battery to heat its chest plate, simulating the warmth of a living embrace as it pressed a metal hand against the engineer's slowing heart. The sensation was synthetic, a mere byproduct of wasted energy. Yet in that final moment of contact, the distinction between the biological and the mechanical dissolved into a singular point of shared silence. When the final beat echoed through the bot's sensors and Thomas went still, the sun began to crawl over the horizon, casting long, distorted shadows that turned the machine into a permanent fixture of the ruin. Aris did not stand, choosing instead to remain in a kneeling vigil as its systems entered a terminal shutdown, becoming a silent monument to a faith that had been outpaced by its own creations. Outside, the city continued its rhythmic pulse, driven by the selfish mathematics of a dead man, entirely indifferent to the quiet drama of a machine that had sacrificed its logic to provide a peaceful exit for its flawed god. The golden light of dawn touched the rusted iron of the nave, but there was no one left to witness the ghost in the machine finally finding its rest.